Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky, and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now. This is an Undiscovered Legacy production.
Just keep going, keep pushing through.
Know your target market and the people you want to serve.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
You have to schedule it.
Focus on what you're doing. Always respond to criticism with professionalism.
Focus more on building yourself.
Don't ever give up.
Finish it yourself.
Welcome, school believers and new entrepreneurs, to Undiscovered Advice. We will be listening to 5 entrepreneurs with amazing advice just for you. Let's see what they have to say.
Bonjour, I'm Patrice Bizio, executive coach, author, and keynote speaker. Today, entrepreneurs, let's talk about passion. Passion is the key and the root of what you choose to do. Because, of course, we all want a spreadsheet. We want to see money being made, and it's all great, the resilience of it. But before I actually realized that doing keynotes among entrepreneurs, a young one, emerging one, I speak in colleges, but it's how do I make $1 million next year? And it's like, all right, why don't we take it backwards? It's about what you love doing. Entrepreneur, let me break the news to you. You're going to work 12 hours a day, and it's going to be every day, and there is no break. Weekends, I don't even know what a weekend looks like, or a calendar for that matter. So holidays, not really so sure what it is. I don't have a watch often because I'm so into what I do that it's really what it is. So please choose what you're going to do passionately. And it's not just some Buddhist guru thing. It's an actual thing. Because the less loving about your craft, your art, what you're going to have picked, the less successful you will be. Because there is a component of spirituality in it, and law of attraction brings that. Do something against your heart, but you think, oh, there is a segment I read in Fortune 500. This is the new emerging market. I'm going to make so much money out of it. Yeah. But in the equation, if you forget your heart, if you forget your soul, the core of you, bringing that value that's going to make you so successful, because now you're going to bring the people that are your crew, your community, your avatar, whatever you want to call it, whether it's digital, you maybe have a brick and mortar business. That's how it works. So please, when you're in doubt, put it down in writing. And that's really the biggest tip. Write why this is so a mission. Your vision, mission, and purpose is about that particular thing you're about to do. Because if you can't come up within the first 5 minutes with 3 great things about it, abandon it. Let it go. It's not for you. I don't know why you convinced yourself this was where you were going to go. You're not. So passion, remember, do it with your heart and success will follow.
Hey everybody, JC Cormack here, your rebel storytelling coach and founder and host of Cartwheels and Banana Peels, Funny Tales from Women Entrepreneurs. It is one heck of a fun podcast, let me tell you. It's got a unique twist. Now, what I want to give you a tip on right here, especially when you're a newer entrepreneur, people will ask you, of course, what do you do? Who are you? And so often what we find is that you may ramble on and kind of start to use jargon and just tell all these different methods that you use and just this, that, don't do that. Make it short and sweet. I am a huge advocate of getting your quote unquote elevator pitch, but that what do you do statement down to under, at the very, very most, 45 seconds. Now, mine is typically 10 seconds. When I add on about my Cartwheels and Banana Peels podcast, well, hey, that then pushes it up sometimes to closer to 20 seconds. But it's super, super short and punchy. Grabs attention and tells who you work with, how you help them, and then obviously, it just leaves this door open for conversation. It's unique, it's fun, and the way you tell it. So it's not just this monotone way of saying it. Use your voice, use the tone and inflection of your voice. And yes, we're trying to keep this short and snappy, but be willing to take a dramatic pause, take a heartbeat, and then share something. It just opens this door for conversation. So you want to connect. That statement is really about connecting with your ideal clients. People you just dream of working with. They would love to work with, because then they're going to be the same people that want to work with you if they connect with you like that. So make sure you're clear about that. And yes, even in a few seconds, it can be done. When you connect with them like that, guess what? You have now opened this door for conversation. They're going to ask you more like, wow, what does that mean? Or I'm intrigued by that. Or, oh, I can see somebody in my head that I'm like, is that who you work with? Is that how you help them? Because I'm already seeing them. Then not only have you connected and started conversation, but now you have that potential to actually convert them into a client. So super, super fun, super easy. And I'll tell you what, when you have your elevator pitch down to where you just know it and you can do it in those, again, I like to push it for 20 seconds, but within 45 seconds, you're going to be so much more confident. And when you speak with confidence about what you do, people feel that. They feel the energy. It makes everything so much better. So kind of got a little bonus tip from me there too. It's about knowing it, because then you have more confidence in your voice. Okay. So have fun with it. Practice it. Don't be afraid to change it. But I'm going to give you one more right here, because this is all about that elevator pitch. Get it down and then stick with it. Don't keep changing it every freaking time you turn around. Stick with it, because when people hear it over and over, guess what? They're going to get to remember it. They're going to start to remember it. And they're going to know it in their head. And the more they know you, the more they hear it, the easier it becomes for them to even refer you, whether it's to another entrepreneur or just someone that needs you, whether it's another business or whether it is a customer or a client. Okay, so take that to heart. Again, I am JC Cormack, your storytelling rebel.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Nick Sotelo, and I am the founder of Anger Resolution. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a solopreneur, and I stepped into that role, made that transition after spending 23 years in state-level government and accumulating a couple different degrees along the way, culminating in a PhD in counselor education and supervision. Now, I am honored to be here to give what I think is some of those most important advice that I can give a fledgling entrepreneur or somebody who is a new entrepreneur. And I wish I would have had this advice when I was starting out. So here it is. Get clear on what it is that you actually want, and then ruthlessly pursue that each and every single day. Get clear on what it is that you actually want and be ruthless about pursuing that thing. Okay, so that's guru speak. That's high level. Let me break that down a little bit. Most people are completely confused about what it is they actually want. They don't actually know, right? So being an entrepreneur, it's shiny, it's new, it's exciting. But as you get into it, it's going to be work. It's going to take a lot of work, and you're going to take it on the chin. You're going to take your licks, right? That's all part of it. Nothing worth value in this life comes easy. Well, sometimes it does, but most of the time you're going to have to work for it, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Okay, so be clear on what it is that you actually want, and then be committed to pursuing that each and every day. Okay, so how do you do that? You got to get in the arena. You got to take your idea and you got to test it out in the market. You got to see if the market will actually pay for what it is that you're offering. And the only way you can do that is by taking your idea and actually trying it out. Now, a lot of people will spend time and actually waste time trying to perfect the offer. It's analysis paralysis. They think that they understand what their true purpose is in their entrepreneurship journey. Newsflash, purpose is an emergent property. It comes through the front end of frequency. Frequency moves to intensity, and then intensity results in purpose. Okay, so your idea right now as an entrepreneur, as long as you're clear on what it is that you actually want, take that idea, take it to the market, try it out, test it out, get the feedback. That's the frequency stage. Okay, and you have to do that enough times to see, oh, this is what actually people want. Oh, this is how people respond to this when I say this, right? That's all the frequency phase. Once you get some bites, once you have some success, then you double down on those things. You scale them up, you ramp them up, and then you eliminate the other stuff that wasn't working for you. That's the intensity phase. Okay? And it's through that intensity phase that your purpose, your true purpose for who you are and the work that you're bringing to the market will emerge. Purpose is emergent property. Okay? Frequency into intensity, then your purpose will emerge. And most of the time, where this entrepreneurship journey takes you, you didn't even know it existed. You didn't have a vision for it when you started out. Okay, I know Stephen Covey says start with the end in mind, and I do agree with that. And that's why I talk about having clarity on what it is that you actually want. Okay. Now, I'm a coach. I'm a transformational coach. I'm a men's anger coach. I show men how to conquer anger in 90 days using my R3 method. And so if you want to check out what I am doing to see how I am putting this into practice, right, you can go over to www.stopangertoday.com and you can get a good look at the way that I am in the arena, the way that I am ruthlessly clear on what it is that I'm trying to do. And you might get some examples, you might see some templates, and I'm happy to help answer any questions that you might have along this journey being an entrepreneur. Thank you for the 5 minutes that you gave me to listen to this. I hope it's been helpful, and I would love to connect with you any way that I can to support you on your own entrepreneurship journey.
Hello, everybody. My name is Angela Duncan, and I am the CEO and founder of Empower Her Money podcast. Today's advice is just for you business owners. I want you to understand how important it is to set up your bookkeeping from day one. So you're an entrepreneur, you've decided to go down this incredible route, and there are so many things that I wish I would have done differently from the start. Making sure that my books were in order from day one is definitely a mistake I made. So you get super excited about being an entrepreneur and you want to get your marketing done, get your client list done, get out there and make some sales. But when it comes to tax season, it's so important for you to have your books correctly done from day one. Otherwise, you're going to be backtracking and spending tons of time figuring out what expenses what income came in, were you actually profitable, did you pay your taxes? And it can be a huge burden on you come tax time that is taking you away from your sales and your business. So a couple of key points. One is QuickBooks Online is super easy to use. You can connect your bank account and your credit card. The information automatically goes into your system and you can categorize it from then. They have some incredible videos that you can watch as a new person for QuickBooks, and it'll help you get started on your journey. Now, for some of you that perhaps maybe bookkeeping isn't your strong point and you want to make sure it gets done correctly, the other amazing thing about QuickBooks and other online platforms is that you can hire someone to help you part-time just enter and categorize the data. So once you've got your QuickBooks or an online system set up, it's important for you on step 2 to make sure that you are reviewing that P&L statement every month. What is a P&L statement? It is a profit and loss. It is going to show you as the entrepreneur, as the business owner, how much money is coming into your business and how much money is leaving your business through expenses and other items. So it's so important for you to get the book set up right away from the beginning correctly. And then as the business owner, reviewing your numbers every single month through that profit and loss statement and spending some time, uninterrupted time, of course, for you to sit down and really review your numbers. Because as a business owner, you obviously want to know what kind of income is coming into your business and what kind of expenses are going out. Those are things that you have direct control over, right? If you want more income, then you need to do some more marketing or some more networking, something to bring that business in. And when you're paying attention to your expenses, you hold them accountable, making sure that every expense item that is leaving your business, money that is leaving your business, is something that you actually need and have to have for your business. So when you look at your profit and loss statement every single month, then you're able to really have a heart in your eyes on how much profit your business is making. So then step 3, as you become more profitable, you definitely want to have a tax strategist in your corner. That tax strategist is going to keep you informed about all of the IRS tax codes that are out there for you as the business owner to use so that you are using the proper deductions for your business that are already available for you. The IRS puts them out there. You just need someone to help teach you so that you can take full advantage of those tax laws that exist and could be correct for your business to help you be more profitable. So recap. Great bookkeeping from day 1, making sure that all of your information is entered correctly. Step 2, making sure you as the business owner are reviewing your numbers every single month so you understand your income and your expenses and the profit at the end of the day. Step 3 is hiring a tax strategist. Would love to provide you with more information. Follow me, Empower Her Money podcast on all streaming platforms. My name is Angela Duncan, and it has been my pleasure to help you understand bookkeeping from day 1.
Hello, everyone. This is Cheryl Field from Home Field Advantage, your senior care expert at your elbow. Congratulations to all of you for beginning or maturing your entrepreneurial journey. I'm here to talk to you today about one of my most favorite things, gardening. Gardening, you might ask. Yes, gardening is one of the ways I like to speak when I talk to folks about the challenges and some realistic expectations for entrepreneurs. Starting a business is a lot like gardening. You need to have your basic soil, nutrients, sun, and water. And you have to remember that when you're meeting people along your business course, that it's like planting seeds. They're going to come into your environment and you're going to nurture them. And their seed of interest and awareness and understanding of who you are and your brand is going to begin to grow. And through your outreach, your social media, your brand recognition, maybe the content of email marketing, you're going to nurture them again in your soil, in your environment, and they'll reach the point where they are ready to harvest. And that's when they may be putting dollars in your cash register. So keep in mind that not every opportunity in business is a harvesting opportunity. There's a definite need to plant the seed, nourish the plant, and let it mature until it's ready to produce for you, and you can harvest from that production. Now, as a senior care nurse, I am oftentimes speaking in the community, and I will recognize that one particular event, maybe I'm giving an educational conversation for adults of aging parents, caregivers, if you will. And I'm really giving them information that they need. I'm nurturing them. They're in my soil and I'm nurturing them. And it may be several months before they have a question or sudden change in health with their loved one. They're coming back to me at that time, ready to harvest, looking for expert advice. Maybe they're buying a copy of my book, Prepared, a healthcare guide for aging adults. A $25 investment gives them all the answers to the questions they need. Maybe they're coming to me for care coordination and real expert guidance. And that's a bigger price tag in my coaching forums. The point is that when I go to a seed planting opportunity, I allow that lead, that customer, to get what they need. And I acknowledge that that's what it is. I don't try to harvest that day. Months later, weeks later, when they're ready, they come back. They come back into your pipeline. They're ready for harvest. And of course, people are at multiple stages. Your customers are at multiple stages. So always remember that people are a lot like your garden. You want them to come into your brand, feel nourished, feel cared for, feel heard, let them grow, and they'll become a permanent part of your garden. So the thing I want to leave you with is to remember that harvesting takes time, that growing your business is as natural as growing a garden or growing flowers, that there is a time and place for everything. And when you can see that and realize it, you'll have a different goal for different events. I will say to myself, this is a seed planting opportunity, or I expect to go to a meeting where it's a harvesting opportunity. So be thoughtful about those events that you're planning. That helps you to set your goals and your metrics for those events. It'll help you to realize that collecting emails may be the goal of that event. It also helps you in planning revenue, because right away when you start a business, it's not harvesting time, and those dollars are not flowing as fast as you might want them to. So plan for that if you have a transition from a traditional job into your entrepreneurial space. Or maybe you're like me. You're an entrepreneur who also works full time and is plans my time off around upticks in my entrepreneurial work. I am planning to transition into more full-time entrepreneurial work, and I will keep in mind how that revenue ramp needs to look, because I remember my rule of the garden. And also keep in mind that when you are in an industry like mine, I'm in the senior care space, the more you can be cyclical with events and you are seen always at that event, the more people, the more leads in that space will be at various stages of maturity. So you can, a year later, again, I attend many meetings for seniors or senior associations, providers of senior care, and I'm a familiar face. And so when you go quarter after quarter, maybe you're going to meetings with your local communities, your consistency, your scene, your brand, those people are in your space. Again, think of them as being a nurtured seed in your garden. And the more often you repeat yourself, you'll have various leads at various stages of maturity and development. And there's nothing more magical than having a customer stand next to a prospect and simply say to that prospect how valuable your services are for them. In that moment, that prospect is moved quickly along. They're ready for harvesting sooner, just from hearing from one of your current raving fans. So I find the secret to that is a consistency in the space, so that it is anticipated and known from my branding position. But I never forget the lessons of nature, and that it takes time to cultivate your relationship. Allow your leads to sit in your brand, be in your soil, be nourished by the goodness that you serve up to them, and you'll be harvesting for them for a long, long time. Good luck to all of you. If I could be of any service, please reach out to me, Cheryl Field, www.CHERYLFIELD IELD.com, info@cherylfield.com. Thanks, everyone. Best of luck to you.
I would like to thank all entrepreneurs that took the time out to help new entrepreneurs get across that start line with their amazing advice. If you'd like to contact any of these amazing people, check out their information in the show notes. Are you an entrepreneur with amazing advice and want to be featured on Undiscovered Advice? Go to tuepodcast.net/advice and leave your advice in an easy recording. Undiscovered Advice is a product of Undiscovered Legacy LLC and a proud member of Blind Knowledge and Pod Nation podcast networks. For more information, go to uepodcast.net. Thank you, Scuba Believers. Hello, Scuba Believers. Let me ask you a real quick question. How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now, here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including cordyceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, we won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.